People often say they support you, but their loyalty rises and falls with your success. This truth can feel heavy, yet it teaches a powerful lesson about human nature and emotional independence. Stoic wisdom reminds us that our worth does not come from applause or approval. It grows from character, resilience, and inner strength. This video explores the hidden reality behind why people love you more when you win, and how to stay calm, balanced, and focused no matter who stays, who leaves, or who claps. There is something interesting about how people respond to you when your life begins to rise. When you start achieving results, when your name is mentioned in a positive way, or when you finally accomplish something that others did not expect, you suddenly notice a change in the way they treat you. They become more friendly. They show more interest. They speak to you with warmth. It feels good, yet it also reveals something important about human behavior. People naturally feel drawn to success because it reflects strength, confidence, and progress. They see your growth and feel more comfortable standing beside you. Stoic teachings remind us not to hold this too tightly, because admiration based on winning is fragile. It disappears the moment you fall behind. When people like you more during your wins, it does not always mean they truly care. It often means your success gives them something to admire, something to talk about, or something to attach themselves to. Many admire achievement more than the person behind it. Understanding this helps you stay grounded. It prevents pride from becoming your weakness. It reminds you to grow for yourself, not for the crowd. You notice how your value rises in their eyes when you rise in life. You begin to see how some people like the shine, not the journey behind it. This awareness brings calmness. You no longer chase approval. You understand that respect built on success is temporary. Respect built on character lasts longer. You learn to keep your heart steady and your mind clear. People may like you when you win, but your true worth remains the same whether they see it or not. The Stoic path teaches you to walk forward without depending on their praise. When success arrives, applause seems to come from every direction. People cheer for you because winning brings excitement. It creates a moment others want to be part of. Your victory becomes their celebration. There is nothing wrong with receiving praise. It feels encouraging and it boosts your spirit. But Stoic wisdom teaches you to look deeper beneath the cheers. Many cheer not because they truly know your struggle, but because victory itself is attractive. It represents something everyone desires. Success brings a light that people want to stand near. When you succeed, others see you as a symbol of possibility. They cheer because your achievement makes them feel inspired, amazed, or connected to something positive. But applause can fade as quickly as it rises. That is why you must stay steady. Do not let praise control your emotions. Do not allow the noise of admiration to distract you from your path. Winning is a moment, but growth is a lifelong journey. People celebrate your results, but they often do not see the silent effort behind it. They do not see the hours you spent alone. They do not see the failures you overcame. They do not see the doubt you carried. They only see the final outcome. This is why Stoic thinkers remind us to appreciate the process more than the praise. The real strength comes from the inner work that nobody watches. When others cheer for your success, accept it with gratitude, but also with awareness. Let their applause be a soft sound in the background, not the fuel that drives you. Each cheer is temporary, but your discipline, your patience, and your effort are permanent. Winning may bring cheers, but wisdom teaches you to stay humble, calm, and focused long after the noise fades. Life reveals an uncomfortable truth when things start going wrong. Many people who are close to you during your success quietly step back when you face loss. It is not always out of cruelty. Sometimes people simply feel uncomfortable with struggle. Sometimes they do not know how to support. Sometimes they were never truly invested in you. Stoic teachings remind us that this is part of human nature. It is a lesson every person must learn at some point. Not everyone who stands with you in good times will stay when your path becomes difficult. When you lose, you see clearly who is attached to your victory and who is connected to your heart. Loss strips away the surface and exposes what is real. People who were loud during your success may become silent. People who praised you may fade away. This can hurt, but it also offers a powerful form of clarity. It helps you see which relationships are built on truth and which ones were built on convenience. Stoic wisdom teaches you not to resent those who leave. Their departure carries its own lesson. It shows you that your worth should never depend on the people who shift with the weather. Your value remains steady even if others change their behavior. When you lose support during hard moments, you learn how important it is to build emotional independence. You learn that strength grows in silence. You learn that disappointment can shape wisdom. The absence of people during your struggles teaches you to rely on your inner foundation. You become more grounded. You stop expecting loyalty from those who never offered it. You accept that losing certain people is part of winning a stronger version of yourself. Many leave when you lose, but the ones who remain become the true pillars in your life. Their presence carries more meaning than a crowd that only sang your praises during your victories. Success has a natural glow that draws attention. People notice what stands out. When you achieve something meaningful, your name gets mentioned more. Your actions become more visible. Opportunities appear more often. This attention feels exciting, but Stoic wisdom encourages you to observe it with a calm mind. Attention is not always admiration. Attention is not always support. Sometimes it is curiosity. Sometimes it is comparison. Sometimes it is simply human fascination with achievement. When you rise, people start watching your steps. They want to know how you succeeded. They want to understand your journey. Some observe with respect. Others observe with envy. Attention is a double-edged sword. It can open doors, but it can also bring pressure. It can bring praise, but it can also bring expectations. This is why the Stoic approach encourages humility even during moments of recognition. Attention can make you feel larger than life, but it is important to remember that your identity is not defined by popularity. You are more than the things people notice. You are more than the moments that shine. Attention comes and goes. It shifts with trends, situations, and even people's moods. That is why grounding yourself in inner values is essential. It protects you from being controlled by the image others create. When attention increases, focus on staying true to your principles. Keep your intentions clean. Keep your actions steady. Let recognition come naturally, not as something you chase. Stoicism teaches that true success lies in self-mastery, not public approval. The attention will fade eventually, but the strength you build within yourself remains. Winning brings attention, but wisdom helps you handle it with grace, balance, and emotional maturity. There is something powerful about failure. It acts like a filter that separates the genuine from the false. When everything is going well, many people appear supportive. They speak kindly. They stand beside you. But the moment you face difficulty, the surface fades and the truth begins to show. Failure reveals who cared about your success and who cared about you as a person. This truth can be uncomfortable, yet it becomes a valuable lesson. Stoic wisdom teaches that adversity is a mirror. It reflects everything clearly. During failure, you notice who reaches out to you without hesitation. You notice who encourages you when you have nothing to offer. You notice who believes in you beyond the results. These people are rare. They are not loud. They do not need your victory to treat you with respect. They stay because their connection is real. On the other hand, failure also shows who is only present for excitement. It exposes those who enjoyed the benefits of your success but never cared for your struggle. When these people step away, it may hurt, but it also purifies your circle. It removes illusions. It protects you from investing in relationships built on convenience. Failure teaches you to value authenticity more than admiration. It guides you to look for depth rather than popularity. It encourages you to strengthen your relationship with yourself, so you no longer rely on temporary support. The Stoic mindset sees failure not as an end, but as a teacher. It helps you grow wiser, calmer, and more self-aware. In the end, failure reveals who stays when the noise is gone. It shows you the hearts that stand with you in silence. And those hearts are worth more than a crowd that disappears the moment the spotlight fades. People are naturally drawn to movement, progress, and victory. They admire those who rise because it creates a sense of excitement. Success represents strength and possibility. It gives others something to believe in, something to follow. This is why many people attach themselves to those who appear to be climbing in life. They feel inspired, impressed, or connected to the energy of growth. Stoic wisdom encourages you to recognize this without judging it too harshly. Human beings are wired to follow momentum. When you succeed, others feel motivated by your progress. They see your discipline, your courage, or your transformation. They want to be close to that energy. Some follow you out of admiration, while others follow out of convenience. Some are genuinely inspired, while others simply want to be associated with victory. Understanding this helps you remain emotionally steady. When people follow success, they often admire the result, not the effort. They see the surface, not the struggle. This is why Stoic thinkers remind us to hold our identity lightly. You are more than your achievements. You are more than the image others see. Let people follow your example if it encourages them, but do not let their attention define your worth. Success often creates a crowd, but crowds shift. They move to the next trend, the next winner, the next exciting moment. So build your foundation on something deeper. Build it on character. Build it on resilience. Build it on purpose. People may follow your success, but your journey is your own. Enjoy the support, but do not depend on it. Stay focused on your growth, your values, and your path. Let success be a blessing, not a trap. True peace comes from knowing who you are, even when the followers disappear. Difficult times reveal the rare beauty of true friendship. When life becomes heavy, when you face setbacks, or when the world stops applauding, most people step back. They wait for your recovery or move on to brighter places. But a very small number stay. These are the people who care for the person behind the victories. They stay when your name is not shining. They stay when your path is unclear. They stay because loyalty is part of their nature. Stoic wisdom teaches that true friends are gifts of fate. They are not many. They are not loud. They stand with you even when your life is quiet or difficult. Their support is not based on admiration. It grows from genuine connection. When you fall, they offer their hand. When you doubt yourself, they speak strength into you. When you feel empty, they remind you of your worth. Hard times act like a fire that burns away superficial relationships. It leaves behind only what is real. Those who stay do not judge your failures. They do not distance themselves when you struggle. They walk beside you with patience and understanding. Their presence gives you courage. It reminds you that your value is deeper than success. When you find even one person who remains through your bad days, appreciate them. They are rare. They are important. They are the kind of people Stoic thinkers speak highly of, those who bring stability, honesty, and comfort without expecting anything in return. True friends stay in bad times because their loyalty is not shaped by your results. It is shaped by your humanity. Celebrate their presence. Let their loyalty inspire you to become the same kind of person for others. The world may admire winners, but only genuine hearts stay with you during your losses. Success carries a certain energy that makes you appear stronger, even if your inner world is still healing. When you achieve something, people assume you have everything figured out. They believe you are confident, capable, and powerful. Achievement creates an aura that others respond to. It makes you look unshakable. But Stoic wisdom teaches that true strength comes from the inside, not from the image others see. During success, people often respect you more. They listen more. They treat you with greater seriousness. This happens because winning represents resilience. It shows effort, discipline, and focus. Even if they do not know your journey, they feel drawn to the strength your success symbolizes. However, Stoic teachings remind you not to become attached to this appearance. Strength is not measured by what people see. Strength is measured by how you act when no one is watching. Strength is found in patience, self-control, and emotional stability. When success makes you look strong, remain humble. Use that moment to build deeper inner strength, not just outer recognition. People may believe you are stronger because you succeed, but you know the truth of your inner battles. You know the challenges you overcame, the doubts you silenced, and the fears you confronted. Success might highlight your abilities, but your true growth happened in silence long before the results appeared. Embrace the respect success brings, but do not let it change your character. Let it motivate you to keep growing. Let it remind you that real strength is quiet. It does not show off. It does not seek constant validation. Success makes you look stronger, but maintaining inner strength is what keeps you grounded when life changes again. As you rise in life, you begin to notice subtle shifts in how people react to your growth. Some cheer for you. Some admire you, but others feel uncomfortable with your progress. They may not say it directly, but their behavior changes. This happens because not everyone wants to see you grow beyond the version of you they are used to. Some people feel threatened when you change, even if you are improving. Stoic wisdom teaches you to accept this truth without anger. Growth can remind others of their own lack of progress. It can make them compare their life to yours. It can trigger insecurity or jealousy. This does not mean they are bad people. It simply means they are struggling with their own journey. When you understand this, you stop taking their reactions personally. You learn to grow without seeking their approval. Your growth may challenge some people, but that is not your responsibility. Your path is your own. You are not required to shrink yourself so others feel comfortable. You are not required to slow down so others can keep up. Stoicism teaches that your purpose is to become the best version of yourself, not to satisfy the expectations of others. Not everyone will celebrate your progress, and that is okay. The ones who truly care will be happy for you. They will support your growth even when it surpasses theirs. The rest will slowly fade. You do not need their approval to rise. You do not need their validation to continue. Let your growth speak for itself. Keep your heart open, but your mind steady. Remember that the journey of self-improvement sometimes requires leaving behind people who prefer the older version of you. Grow anyway. Rise anyway. Keep moving even when others do not understand your path. Life becomes lighter when you learn to focus on yourself instead of chasing the opinions of others. People will always have something to say. They will judge your success. They will judge your failure. They will judge your choices. Stoic teachings remind you that you cannot control the thoughts of others, but you can control your response to them. Inner peace grows when you stop seeking approval from the outside world. When you focus on yourself, your goals become clearer. You invest your time in growth rather than in defending your decisions. You learn to trust your instincts. You make choices because they align with your purpose, not because they please someone else. This shift brings freedom. It allows you to live with intention rather than fear. Stoicism teaches that your worth does not change based on praise or criticism. Both are temporary. Both come from people who see only fragments of your life. You know the full story. You know your effort, your heart, and your reason for walking this path. When you learn to value your own judgment above external noise, you become stronger. Focusing on yourself does not mean abandoning kindness. It means setting boundaries that protect your peace. It means choosing growth, even when others misunderstand. It means living honestly, according to your values. You stop allowing opinions to shape your identity. You stop giving others the power to control your mood. Your life becomes calmer when you no longer depend on others to define your worth. You realize that real confidence comes from knowing who you are, not from being admired. Focus on your actions. Focus on your progress. Focus on your purpose. Let the world talk while you grow.